Welcome back to the channel at Gallop Talk, where we chat everything horse racing related, whether it's games, real life, just about anything when it comes to the game that we all love, the sport of kings, horse racing. Today we are checking out a new game called Full Stride, currently on the Steam market, and I believe PlayStation, but maybe coming to more platforms. Developed by a solo dev. So it's a small company essentially that took the responsibility of creating the next horse racing game in the new age. So obviously played it a bit before this video, but just giving you guys a little bit of a tutorial. I'll see where this goes. If there's an interest, leave a like on this video if you guys want to see more content regarding Full Stride, maybe a career mode, taking you through the phases from the start all the way to the end. As you can see, I've already played a bit of Full Stride already, so just want to give you guys a little bit of a tutorial of how it works, just talking a little bit about the game and see what the feels are. So there's a very big mixed review on the platform at the moment. A lot of people saying that it almost could be seen as an older game that's brought back to life with better graphics, and he's done an exceptional job with that. It still lacks a lot of integrity of backbone structure in terms of a story mode, campaign, jockeyship, all of that, but it does have the basic features of buying horses, breeding horses eventually at the farm, although I haven't gotten to that point yet, but then essentially and earning jockey points, which the game is all about, jockey points, because what jockey points does, it basically allows you to buy new horses. So just gonna run through this again, just gonna see if we get a little bit of interest, and then maybe we can turn this into a series. But you guys need to let me know in the comments if this is something you guys would like to see. So when you load up the game, you are spawned with no horses. You won't have the 3 in the back there, which I've already done, but you'll basically just be entered at the screen on the left, and you need to go to negotiate. So also the game lacks a bit of tutorial, so maybe this is useful for you. So the first thing you need to do is you need to start ranking up some jockey points. So in the very first beginning, it'll probably take you to here where you can get your jockey name, and then they'll ask you to do your silks if you prefer racing in your own silks, or you can use the game silks depending on what that setting is put to. But then you create your special silks, and then you get your player name, you can do your personality, you can do your riding animation, and depending on what you choose, obviously that is the animation that the jockey will obviously use in the race, and then you get your camera position, which is your preferred camera position, but this all can be changed at any time. Then you get your ranking on the side, where obviously how many points you've earned in this season, and then you get your career record, which basically just says that you've won 77 races, how many seconds, thirds, fourths, and so forth, and then the highest earnings. There you can get your save replays, which is a nice handy tool that one can also do. So what we need to do is, I'm going to go jump in a few races. As you can see on the right hand side, the yellow bar under your horses is your stamina. So as you can see, old Buck Boy, he's basically full, so we can definitely get a race for him. So this fella here, he did so well for me actually. I've had some solid races with him. So first, second, first, and then he just went off the boil. 7th, 3rd, 1, and I haven't been able to get him really back into form. He's been running 14th, 18th, 12th, and I've really been struggling. So yes, the game from a standpoint of view, if you don't have any horses, it seems quite easy to get winners. But if you don't know the controls, which they really do make you really want to try and figure that out, it's not the easiest. So for example, I've just entered Buck Boy into a 2,000 meters. So let's actually advance into that race, and let's go have a look. So I think I just went to negotiate. I went into the horse, but so I'm riding Ray D'Ora here. I'm 5th on the betting boards. That's what indicates on the right hand side, and I'm drawn 6. So basically, multiplayer is also something that you can only earn after 10 wins. That's to play with your friends. The game in the multiplayer is very fun. I do have a mate as well who also plays Full Stride, so I'll definitely put some content on that as well. That we like chasing each other around the course, so that's quite fun, but needs a lot of work, still a lot of improvements. What I can say is, remember, this is a solo developer, and he's done an exceptional job to get the game out to where it is. And I think with the patches, I think a year from now you won't recognize the game that you're currently playing. So definitely worth the investment, and considering that he's a solo dev, I think he's done a superb job. So so much more to come. There's no DLCs, so you play the game, you get the game. A bit overpriced, I would say, but again, for his efforts that he's put into this game, I think it is good. So to switch between your jockey cams, you can essentially on your D-pad just click the up button. This will move you through the different ones. As you just see, the movement I've just done there is to hold up the horse. If it's using too much stamina, that's essentially just pulling back with your reins, which is your analog, and then pressing the A button, you'll see the jockey get animated to try and pull him back. Obviously the condition's not the best for racing here, but we'll try our best here. The important information, what you need to know, on the right hand side, top right, Rey d'Oro, that's the horse name. You'll see that there's 4 arrows. Our arrow is colored in the 3rd arrow, which means this is a horse that closes in on them, which means basically it's a back runner. If your arrow is in the front, it's a front runner. If it's in the middle, it likes to be in the middle. If it's at the back, it's a back runner. So I'm pretty happy where I'm actually positioned at the moment. Underneath that, you'll see there's 5 yellow whips. That is the number allowed of aggressive whips you can give your horse. Trick of the trade, like anything in real life horse racing, you don't want to be using this right away. You want to save this until the very end, let's say the finished 400 meters or so, unless your horse is getting desperate here. But I'm looking quite well here. As you can see, the controls are indicated as well. So I'm just going to try and just choose if I can maybe get myself out here. I'm in big trouble here. There we go. I'm in the clear now. Big whip now. Should see me there. Maybe waited a bit too long. Switching the whips again. I think I'm maybe 4th here. Not the best result, but you know what? We'll take it. So decent run there. Still had a whip left, but I was never getting to the front bunch there. A bit of a bad positioning from my side of things. So as you can see, top 5 always gets jockey points. We got 540 for this one, which is quite decent. It's not the worst. But you really make your money by entering your own horses. So let's put Bucky in this big race. I see he has a grade 1 here, which is nice, but he loves his distance, I tell you what. But I don't know if this is just outside of his distance. So if you go into status, you'll see that the distance, you know, normally what the horse can run into. So 1.6225 currently in caps is the 1.8, considering that's currently what they think is the best form. But they can win over all distance in those bracket sections between 1.6 and 2.5. But 3 is just going to be a bit too far for the lad. On the other side of things, I could put D into that grade 1. I think he's quite ready. He'll be carrying 57 kgs. As you can see, the point allocation, 15,000 points for first place. But it's not easy to win, I tell you what, it's not easy. And then maybe we can put Buck into the other 1.8 here. That's going to be my best shot here to try and get him racing there. So we've got 2 horses riding in graded races. You'll see the horseshoe on the right hand side. So if we go next week, we will be able to ride these 2 in the order that the calendar falls. So we will go first to Buck. He's second favorite here. Again, as I mentioned, not in the best form. So let's see if we can get him. A jump is very crucial. You need to jump very good in this game to be considered to have a good chance. So get your jumps good, but you can also win from the back. If you have a back run, it doesn't matter that much. And the first initial speed, it's difficult to read the game when it gets into a more difficult stage with the graded races. The other races are just, I feel, pretty easy. The maiden races and all that, it's just so easy to win. But you don't win, you don't want a ton of points. You're not going to win, you're not going to buy good horses by winning maiden races. It really is just a nice warm-up. Focus on your own horses, try and breed, and then try and actually expand on your own stable. So yeah, I think I explained everything on the right hand side. On the left hand side, you can see you've got your speed, your stamina, your sprint, and your motivation. You don't want your stamina to run out before you turn into home at the 400. You want to leave your stamina as much as possible. Same for the sprint. You don't want your sprint to be used at all when you are still running in the norm. So 700 meters from home here. We're looking really, really good. I just need a split. If I get a split here, we should have this race, I think, in the bag. I'll give you guys the POV section here. 400 meters, you just need the gaps to open hard here. Open up, land. Come on. There we go. There we go. There we go. This is going to be a winner. This should be a winner. Swap to the right. Give it a nice big smack. Oh, we're not going to get there. I can't believe it. We look like we were all over them. Got a nice second breath there. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's triple fourth. Yeah, we got fourth, which is decent. I'll take it. So there we go. So this was graded racing. It's a lot more challenging than your normal racing, but we'll take the 645 on offer. Keep growing that balance, obviously, to buy a better horse. Champions Cup. I think this is for a big one. Oh dear, look at that, 120 to 1. Well, I think we can kiss our chances goodbye here. Also, it would be nice if the developer could share how the logic of the game works in terms of odds, what your horse is, because considering this is in D Majesti's distance range, yet it's 120 to 1. So, a bit of a confusion when it comes to developers' things of when your horse is eligible for a good race or a recommended race. That's also something that could be worked into. But again, it's a ton of fun, and yeah, I just thought I'd make this video just to get back into the racing scene, back into the YouTube community, show you guys about this new game, and as mentioned, hopefully just maybe sparks the interest of the community. Maybe we can have some live races together with subscribers. Leave a like, leave a subscribe, and tell me in the comment section what you think of Full Stride. Is it something you'll play? Is it something that you would like to maybe see me do a story mode of? So basically from the start, from the get-go, restart the game completely and load up the game, and then take you guys through step 1, do a few episodes and work my way up to the top to where I am now basically, and try and get my own horses and show you guys the ropes, the tricks and all of that stuff which I've used over the last 2 months or so of playing this game. So let me know if that's something you would be keen to see, because I'd happily do that and also show you guys my way of riding. Obviously all players in this game will have their own unique taste here. So I'm 120 to 1 here. I doubt I will be able to do anything, but I'm already using my sprint, which is telling me this is not going to go well. But let's give it a whirl. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. But listen, so 120 to 1, finished 8th. I will take it. 7. Alright, we'll take it. 9th place. I think let's end the video off on a win. I will show you what I was referring to with this game. It's just too easy when you don't race graded races. I'll show you how easy it is, because I can almost guarantee you I'll just pick the first maiden, which is a 1-2. And let's pick the other 1,200 meters. I love 1,200 meters. It's quick. It's obviously it's full of adrenaline because it's a sprint. But just to show you how easy it is to just race the normal ones, you're always given the favorite. There's no structure of having maybe a roughie or outside. It's always the favorite. Decent jump. So I'll just show you quickly how easy it is essentially to win when you are racing with the non-graded races, the easier races. One would argue. Yes, you don't win always. There's always a little bit of maybe a second or a third, but you're always in the money basically. Funny enough, might be Murphy's Law here, because I'm a front runner, I'm sitting at the back, struggling for pace here, so it might be a bit difficult for me actually to win here. But let's see. Let's see what happens. Not an ideal position. We are in here with good layer, and I'm racing out wide, so this might just be. Oh dear. Might just be a terrible first demonstration, but let's see what we can do as we near 400 meters. We've still got a little bit of stamina. These guys are gonna go. I'm not gonna just warm up my horse a bit. Just give it a smack down the bottom, and then let's give it a big one. Come on now. Go. Come on, boy. Second, I think. Considering from where I was, I'll take that. Not the worst race, also not the best. So, let's see what we can do in the next one. I think I got another 1,200 lined up. I'm not a fan of the sand. I like the turf racing more. So, a few things I would like to see in the updates. If I had a one-on-one conversation with the developer, is more tracks, not just Hong Kong / Japan, you know, I would really like to see some international, maybe some Newmarket, Chelmsford, or maybe South Africa, Kenilworth, Greyville, Hong Kong, that type of racing environment. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. More horses, maybe auctions, not just buying your horse from a list, but actually having some auctions maybe. These type of updates I think is crucial for the game to really expand into a community-based game. Maybe some online tournaments, you know, things like that really develops the game, and not just the game but the community, because everyone knows the success behind a good game is a good community. And if you have a good community, you have online competitions, you have cups, you have people trying to impress the others, and you know, build maybe a club or something like that. Maybe some in-game comms or something like that, just where you can really align with your friends and have some fun. I think that's a really good opportunity to essentially, yeah, this is going to be an easy one. I can feel this. I haven't even used the rest. A little bit of a celebration. Let's go for it. Let's give the crowd what they want. Beautiful one. Easy one. Alright, so that's a nice one. But as you can see, I still have 2 whips in hand. Wasn't the best race in the world, but I got the job done. So like I was saying, so a good community structure, maybe a bit work on the story mode, work your way up into something, maybe ride for a stable, that type of stuff. I know we are talking about a much bigger game, but this is just a good, this isn't, you know, I think reading a few reviews on the store page, people were really blunt in saying this is a shit game, can't believe they paid this much money. We need to keep in mind that all of our racing enthusiasts, of punters and followers of horse racing, there's no one out there that's actively developing games for us. So to have a solo developer take the chance and leap of faith to invent a game like this, and this is what we have. Look at the great graphics. I mean, this is phase 1. Now with AI and all of that coming into play more, you know what, who says we can't have a proper horse racing game online community in the next year or so? But we need to get behind them. We need to support the developers to actually take this game further. If it's just going to be negative, bad reviews, you're not really going to get anywhere. I've just ran straight into the heels of this horse. There's no way I'm going to be able to get out here. There's big trouble. But let's see what we can do. Oh. Come on. This was just terrible running by me, to be honest. Okay. So, so we need to get behind them, and hopefully they can help us out with a good few games coming up. But I think this is a really good start to get back into the horse racing. You know, we're talking many years ago from Gallop Racer, G1, and a few other game providers that tried their luck. So I'd love to hear from you guys in the comment section. Let me know what you guys are thinking and what you guys like, what you don't like, if you've played it, and if you have, maybe we can do a few online races together with the community.
With a horse ahead of you,
tell me what you are thinking about the new game, Full Stride. And I hope this has helped you. A little bit of a guide. But like I said, tell me what you guys want to see, and I'll make the content. You guys have a good one, and thanks for watching. As always, leave some love, give a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys again. Cheers!